What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the first part of our Alan Wake 2 playthrough here on the channel. This feels like a very long time coming. I've been an absolute fan of the Alan Wake series for a very long time, multiple playthroughs on the original game. I actually picked this game up when it came out, but there was a ton of other games I was playing at the time. It kind of fell through the cracks, but we're here. I figured, you know what, Halloween's a few days away. What better way than to celebrate by playing through a thriller, horror, paranormal, psychological game that Alan Wake 2 is. I've heard nothing but great things. I know it won a ton of awards. There's a new expansion that just dropped, the Lake House, so we're going to be playing that through as well. So without further delay, let's get started. I did quickly fire it up just to make sure that everything looks good and everything works as expected. And I'm really, really excited to finally dive into this beautifully designed game. Let's get after it.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Alright, so you start off hot right away. Assuming we just traverse this way. Oh man, I'm already on the edge of my seat.
Come on, Alan. We should go.
Already gone.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Something you guys should know about me is I'm terrified of jump scares and horror elements. I love them, but I get scared very easily. The voices. The voices in the woods are so creepy.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm coming. What the fuck? Shit. Stop! Run!
That is the start of a very good horror novel. If you know, you know.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are, Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
All right, return one invitation. This is already so good. I love it. All right, so we got a map of Cauldron Lake. Sweet. So I'm assuming as you progress, you'll fill out like information about where things are located and whatnot. We have to go to the crime scene and find the deputies. Pretty sure this guy is the director of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he plays one of the detectives, but... Alright, we gotta find... Oh,
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some, organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
all right, let's go find ourselves a body.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
You can access the case board inside the Mind Place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
This is wild.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. So you can look around at all the different things. You can zoom in and out. Perfect. All right. You're now free to navigate. Cool. So we got 3 victims so far. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. So we have Ted Lane, who is a dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising. Wendy Davis, and the new one, Percy Wolf, is the latest person. Method, or maybe not. We have to go to the body, right? Murder method. Slight difference in murders, bloating, only commonalities in bodies, but not cause of death. So bruising on wrists, deep gash in the chest, and all bodies experience bloating. And then the killer profile, we have postmortem tattooing on the body. So it's a message from the killer, maybe. The murder targets have no discernible common traits, and chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. So we can keep coming back here as we find clues. I'm guessing there'll be more and more cases as we progress the game. That's actually really sick. All right, let's get out of here.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Visiting a Mind Palace does not pause the game?
We're just getting started.
Interesting.
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
So you can't just pop in there when you're under, like, siege or something. You actually have to do it strategically.
Hey,
That's really
Casey.
cool.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
you speed this up? We can. He actually jogs with us. That's really cool.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror Peak. So the mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the night angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Very cool. Yeah, I think what intrigues me about this game too is you got the psychological and the thriller / horror elements.
Nature gives me a
But it's also a crime scene investigation game. And I loved all the old games like LA Noire, things like that, where you have to piece together clues to figure out what's going on. And I'm assuming this game does a really good job at that as well.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Should be getting close.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
There's the general store.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Cauldron Lake General Store, dry goods, groceries, and
So,
convenience.
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
There he is.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Seems pretty similar. Tied down, heart out of its chest, bloating.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Unlocked your first key image. You can place it inside the caseboard at the mine place. So what do we do? Allow Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected with X. Okay, clues. Place.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
So another body has been found. Needs to see if it's linked to the other killings. Objectives are viewable in the caseboard in your goals. So we have to investigate the crime scenes. So let's go ahead and do that now.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
How do we actually place things? Newly discovered clues. Oh, here we go. How do we get to our clues? Don't entirely know how to get to our clues. There's got to be a button. There we go. Heart found near the victim's body. Cargo straps used to the victim. Major chest trauma.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked and update your goals. So now we have to figure out information about the victim and the killers. Perfect.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table.
The victim died here.
So I'm guessing we can just follow the trail of the little
Multiple
markers
people were
here.
Multiple killers?
There's something over here, some beer bottles. We got
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it
tripod.
for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Okay, we'll return that in just a sec. Let's collect a little bit more information. Is there anything about this guy? Can we talk to you? Here we go.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So we know it's Robert Nightingale.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Okay, thanks for the info. I think we're done talking with these two. So
I
we
think
got some
that's everything.
clues.
For now, at least.
Anything clicking yet?
Not sure.
All right, let's go back to the mind place and figure out some information we got here. Okay, so this is used for later as well. Heavy blood splatter on the table goes to the killers. They really made a mess here, caught up in the act, or just sloppy. Multiple sets of footprints. That solves that.
Indicating multiple killers.
We
Quite
still
the
have
party.
the victim, Robert Nightingale. Casey met him. That solves the victim.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Premeditated or spontaneous. So we should have the evidence. Cooler of beer, they're waiting. Yep, and the tripod as well.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Victim came from...
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
You can use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. This is crazy. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues and profiling people of interest.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off, but somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
there anything else I can pin on the board? This is crazy, getting inside of like a detective's mind, figuring out how they work all of this stuff. So Nightingale came from Cauldron Lake. I can feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now, after 13 years? Where's he been? That's all the clues we have so far, so we need to still look.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Charm slots let you equip charms to enhance Saga's abilities. Only only charms can be equipped in a charm slot. So this is a charm slot. What does that say? Increase maximum health. We got a gun. How do you use the flashlight? Oh, there we go. Doesn't do much in the daytime, but...
Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
So if you're curious why they're talking about him being nude, there is a nude filter that I turned on for the purposes of YouTube. He is naked at the beginning, just so you guys are aware. Got a big tree here. What's this?
More. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter.
Oh, I know what that
Old
is.
school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
It's freaking Alan Wake's story pages.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
That is so sweet. It's literally pages from Alan Wake's story about them discovering the story. That's crazy. All right, here we go. Another profiling opportunity, the page.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Okay. Do we have anything else for the case board? We did find the footprints. Yeah, we got a couple pieces here. We got Trail Has Gone Cold. And we got the footprints. That should solve the victim.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
So anything else here? We do have a few things. We have a manuscript page, which we haven't really figured out what's going on there yet. And something hidden inside of them.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body.
See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Gotta go
Whoever
back
wrote
up that way.
page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked.
100% me too.
Chapter.
Go over there in just a second. I noticed this little hut over here. Is there anything we can grab from here? What's this?
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside.
What does it say? Confused.
I should take a look around for a way
follow
to
these
open
steps.
this thing.
What does it say? Confused. Follow these steps. Wash hands. Take chicken out of fridge. Take a nap. What? Bunch of different symbols. We got a symbol here. Okay, what does it say? Wash your hands. Take the chicken out of the fridge. Take a nap. Is there symbols somewhere inside? Maybe. Are there any symbols in here? Oh, here we go. Okay, wash your hands. So there's got to be a bathroom somewhere. Here we go. What's this? Okay, so it's the two triangles connected at like a 10 and 4 angle. So what was it? Wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge. So it's those two at 12 and 6. And take a nap. Is that the only symbol in here? What do we got here? Let's be warning, fellow trespassers. They say the lake is caldera, something formed by erupting volcano. I say that's lake's not formed. Its design has a purpose. Okay, so that's just his notes, somebody's notes. So I'm guessing it's this one since it's right by the bed. So 10 and 3 connected, 12 and 6 connected, arrows pointing away from each other. Is there anything else in here? I will probably forget that by the time we get back outside. Got a deer head here.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
We did see deer heads on, like antlers on those guys in the opening cinematic. All right, so let's see if we remember this. Okay, so we had 10 and 3 connected at 12 and 6 and pointing away. There we go. Let's go, baby. What do we got? Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees? What the heck is going on? What do we got here? Bullets and whatever that is. What is that? Trauma pad. So for bleeding and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Just like an extra little area here with some items you can pick up. Let's get back to the body now.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Oh, perfect.
Thanks.
Not quite sure
Let's
where
get the
Casey
car,
went.
drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
So I think Casey may have got stuck down by that tree. We're hearing him through the earpiece at the moment. Hopefully he finds his way up. Guessing this is the shortcut. Use the key. All right, let's head up to the car and
Seems like
head
a
to the
nice town
city.
so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in.
We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
It's got like a little power tower here. Can we go inside? Oh, we got something up here.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
We're all in this together,
Casey
hero.
hates
Have
the
a
endless
heroic
jokes about
day.
coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Wait, there's there's a fake detective in this world that they know about, and it's the same name as Detective Casey? That's very interesting. Ooh, manuscript fragments can be used in the mine place to upgrade weapons? Okay, what do we got here? Pistols, again and again, hold to fire, auto rate, magazine by 50%, 2 headshots will stun the enemy. So this looks like we're gonna have to find a whole bunch more of these little pamphlets and manuscript fragments. What did we find? So this is the overall narration of that page. We'll probably do that when we have a bit more. Is there anything we can throw up on here now? Doesn't look like anything for the main case, but we did find Alex Casey's lunchbox. So let's go ahead and plop this out for
Finding
you.
a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Doesn't look like we have much other than just the first lunchbox here. So we'll go ahead and plop that into Cauldron Lake area. And we'll keep adding those. So it looks like the different folder colors are different things. So if you go to the case folder, like we have the pink one is the cases, and then the greenish main case, background case, and then there was the green one up on the wall already, which I'm guessing is like collectibles and stuff. So kind of cool how they color code that so you're well aware of what case you're looking at. Let's get back to the car now. Casey's, there he is, he's made it.
See you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Oh, so he actually acknowledged that he was away. That's
Can't
kind
put
of
the clues
that's kind of
all
cool.
together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that like a cult group would just record a killing happening. That seems a little bit like it didn't say anything about camera in the original case file, so it's kind of weird that they would
Let's
set
drive
up
back
one
to
now.
town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Where do we go? Car? Oh, there we go. It's driver's side. Get out of my way, Casey. All right, let's head to Bright Falls.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
All right, welcome to Bright Falls.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
All right, let's head down the road, see if we can't find where this sheriff's office is for the coroners.
Hello.
Oh, hi. This place is lovely.
How much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now. Jesus, Charlie.
This guy is absolutely full of caffeine right now. Giving out coffee. So quite literally, Deerfest means Deerfest. As you can see, the banners and some deer sculptures and things going along there.
Oh dear. Cute.
Oh, right there. Oh dear diner. What is it with this place?
Let me guess.
Oh.
The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Is this the guy that played Mr. or like the ice guy in X-Men? I think it is.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
God, the graphics in this game are so good. It's one of the best like facial visualizers I've seen in a while. Especially coming off games like Outlaws where it's horrible. This looks crazy. All right, who are we looking for? Oh, these guys. Oh, they were the people that were at the ritual.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga.
He looks so scared.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, AlanWake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Poor Ed, he's struggling so much.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying.
What was that?
That's all.
Is there anything else in this diner? Look. Another deer.
Rest easy, buddy. I should profile some subjects.
Yeah, we definitely got some new information that we can go back to the mine place with. I just wanted to quickly see if there was... There we go, Bright Falls map. You love to see that. So now we have one for this area as well, connected over with the rest of the city. It's kind of some bigger maps than I thought. Just quickly explore the rest of in here.
I need a tool to get this open.
I don't have the key for that. Washroom probably doesn't have anything. And another locked door. Okay, let's go back to the mine place and have a quick look at everything we just did. So, if we switch back to a previous murder, we have, killer profile. I guess it goes here.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Sweet, so we have a case closed. So this one has now been marked as case closed. We know who did the murders. We just have to figure out who the heck they actually are. So that one's closed up. Now we have a new case. We can keep plopping down all of these.
I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut
clues.
them down.
So I don't think we have much on the Cult of Trees just yet. We have a couple things we can post on. So we have cult goal. What kind of cults? It's probably where this will go. Oh, it's a whole new one. Cult psychology. So they're hiding their faces. They aren't established enough to operate openly, connected to Deerfest. That's what I'm thinking. Triangle figures made from twigs. There we go. Cult symbols. We got what's the purpose? Marking territory. A warning feels derivative, like something out of a horror movie. Well, it's funny you would say that. And we got cult stashes. So this is where we found the
These
guns and the
stashes
ammo.
could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Okay, so these are just another collectible, those boxes that we found with the code. So we'll go and throw this into the Cauldron Lake one. We have one. And I think that does it other than profiling. We can profile the two folks we just talked to.
The Cult of the Tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
So that's good to know, but it looks like Tammy has something that we could use for the case. What are you hiding from us there, Tammy?
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing, Tammy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
What the heck? Was she not on her phone with the daughter? Like at the start of the game? Does it have to do with the freaking... Oh man, this is so creepy, dude. So Rose randomly... I'm not even gonna talk to you, Rose. You scare me. You scare me a little bit too much. That's so weird. So maybe she knows the rest of the story because she's seen the pages of the book. I'm guessing we're playing out one of the novels of Alan Wake. Okay, so what else do we get? We got the necklace. Probably a cult symbol. Yep.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Time to go investigate a body.
I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Little D&D shed out there. You love to see that. Dude, the graphics are so good. The design is incredible.
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. She always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Okay, so Rose is a bit of a space case. Interesting.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
There's probably some things we can investigate in here. Maybe some collectibles hidden in locations, but we'll go down to the morgue
So we share a
first.
morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Oh, it already looks so creepy down here, man.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
It's just some stuff that you can hold on to. It looks like medication and stuff to heal you and later in the game. So we'll just grab all this stuff. Might as well. It's just right there for the taking. God, this is set up so creepy.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Slightly.
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest.
Okay, so we got a bunch of information on the murder at Calder Lake. Open that case folder.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
We should have a bunch of clues we just unlocked from the body. So, ritual writing.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Cause of death, bruises, defensive wounds on the victim, bloating of the joints, and long water exposure post-mortem. And obviously, the most notable, the heart ripped out of his chest.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Something in the chest. It's another manuscript page. I can see it. Yup.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Oh no.
No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. Try to stay in the light to avoid being detected by enemies. Oh my god.
He can't see me in the light.
Casey.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it'll become temporarily available. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh.
Vanished.
I want to go home. This is terrifying. Unbelievable start. Chapter 1 in the books. What do we got here? Dude. Man, this game is beyond creative. Like, that's a custom song. Like, I know there's a lot of music in this game. There's some musical-like elements. We're gonna enjoy every single one of them. That was actually really well done. Does it end automatically, or do we have to actually press continue? I think it's over.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
That was trippy. That was one of the best intros to a game I've ever seen. That was so good. Is there anything in here? Some more meds. We're definitely gonna need all of the meds we can get. I can just tell that this game is gonna get insane very quickly. All right, we'll see if we can't just exit the morgue. And we'll wrap up the first
Saga
part
was
there.
back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Okay, so we fought him with the supernatural-like fight in the light, and we are going to pursue him back to the lake. So there's a song. 14 different songs, I'm assuming, in this. Absolutely incredible. You can go back and listen to them at any time as well. I think we do have something here. So, Cult of the Trees. We have some new information. So, victim of the cult became a killing monster. Okay, victim's body. What do we got here? Victim's body was covered in writing. Writing part of the ritual. Got a page from his heart. Or rather, lack thereof heart. Nightingale was only the victim that became a monster. Okay. And Casey, the cult of the tree, is performing rituals to create monsters. Where does this go? Cult goal. There we go. Alright, so we just filled in the gap of a lot of loose questions. I thought we had another case page. Did we not? Was it part of... Maybe not. Is it not this one? We do. We have a clue right here.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Okay, so we got some new stuff. These are the 2 new pages that we just found. So we got attacked, and he's headed back to the lake. So we got some good information here. A lot of stuff projected for both the murder itself at the lake, as well as what the cult of the trees.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
So let's just make our way back to Cauldron Lake.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
All right.
That's crazy, right, Thornton?
Those 2 guys are the funniest people to be putting in charge of this case, or not necessarily in charge, but part of the case. That's what I'm saying. They are a fine pair.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson.
Nothing to panic about.
Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
Merced won't roll over on the issues.
All right, well, Deerfest.
Actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
All right, back to Cauldron Lake we go.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, AlanWake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of AlanWake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
I don't know how it took me this long to clue in, but Nightingale was the FBI detective from AlanWake 1. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's been a while since I played that game, but Casey just mentioned that he was chasing him, and it is in fact the guy from it. He just looked a lot different, obviously, similar to what Casey said. There you have it. Return
the page
to
says Nightingale
the heart.
Something called an overlap.
Let them finish their text here, and then we'll wrap it up.
Means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks.
All
Let's
right.
start looking for
I
Nightingale
hope you
where he
guys
was killed.
really enjoyed this first part. This was an unbelievable start to a franchise that I hold very near and dear in my heart. I played AlanWake 1 many, many times over 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I was a kid back then, but this is a fantastic start. I'm looking forward to continuing this story. As always, if you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you back here in the next episode. Bye, guys.